Okay, it's December, and this is officially the first thing I have bought that has damage. As you can see, the nose is totally just busted off, and someone colored it in with black, so it wouldn't look bad. Fortunately for me, I only paid $1 for it, so it doesn't matter. I will probably just give this to someone. They actually kind of put some detail in there. They went full genitalia. Anyway, I only paid $1, so it doesn't matter. Okay, a couple more things that I bought this month that don't work. This came with a stack of games. Fortunately, most of the games work. I think there was like a dozen games, and this was the only one that didn't work, and it has a crack in it, which you may not say. I wrote that down. Doesn't work. Cracks in center. Meadowlands. You have to be careful when you buy off these guys. They don't always test their stuff. So anyway, I bought these two Game Boy Advances for $15. A fair buy. I could have easily doubled my money. I was told they work, of course. This one doesn't work. The one that's beat up and has a back, I put the batteries in, the green light comes on, boom, turns off right away. No good. I did pay $15 for the two. This one's working fine, so I'll get my money back on this one. And then this is an even deal for me. You know, at least I'm not going to lose money. But this is the second little batch of stuff that didn't work. Not so bad so far this month. Okay, it's still December, and here's a few more things that I bought that do not work, going on the list of things that I do buy that don't always work or that I break. Sega Genesis controller. I didn't buy this recently, but I finally got around to testing it because I needed to check a bunch of Sega systems that I had. I got AV cables. I ordered them through the internet. This one does not work. I may have more that don't work later, but this is the first one. Here's what is this? Fairly Odd Parents, Shadow Showdown, game disc. I don't know why this doesn't work, but it doesn't. And I tried polishing it, but it still doesn't work. Same for this one. This one I polished it really looks clean. GameCube games don't really like to be polished. It doesn't seem to help them most times. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Sometimes you can polish it to make it look cleaner, but I haven't had much luck polishing GameCube games. Super Smash Brothers. I don't remember what I paid for this. Hopefully not a lot. Odds are a lot. And so, these actually came in covers, but since they don't work, I just took them out of the covers, and I saved the covers for when I get another GameCube game that I want. And here's another one. This one doesn't work, and it has cracks in the center. I didn't notice the cracks when I was looking at the disc. Otherwise, the disc looked kind of clean. Whatever. All right. Hopefully, I won't have a lot of stuff in December that doesn't work. Okay, something else that isn't working right. Overall, actually, it works, except it has a problem with the power supply. It's loose, so it either cuts off or doesn't always go on. If I don't put it right in the right position, it won't go on, and if I move it, it cuts off. So I'm not going to sell this. I'm going to give it to a friend of mine to be repaired. Again, I didn't get this month, really, but it's I finally ordered a bunch of Sega Genesis 2 AVs off of eBay, so I'm trying stuff. This is another thing that I bought at some time previously that I just found out doesn't work. Okay, still December, and here's a couple more things I bought that don't work. This is part of a box of games and stuff that I paid $65 for, and overall there's enough stuff in there to make money. But two of the things that would have made me my money back much quicker, because they were bigger price ticket items, are these two Xboxes. And I mean, I couldn't test everything because I'm away. I don't have all the stuff I need to test everything. But here, this is a Silent Hill 3. This was probably a game of decent value, but as you can see, there's stuff coming off there, and it has mega scratches on it, which I don't know if you can tell, but they're like deep gashes, you know, like the really bad ones. So I can probably polish that like 10 times. I don't think it'll ever work again. And then this one isn't working. It has a crack. I don't know if you can see it. It's right where my finger is. Yeah, I can totally see it, so you should be able to see it. All right. The two Xboxes, the guy told me straight out. He says, "Oh yeah, they work." So I was like, but again, I buy assuming that he's lying and they don't work. And there was enough stuff in the box. It's in another video. I bought it at the Wednesday Fort Myers flea market. This one semi-works. What I wrote was it'll read some discs, but mostly doesn't read them. So I was able to test some of the games I got in the lot that were Xbox, The super clean ones, I tested them anyway, and they work. Then the ones that had very light marks, it wasn't reading. You get that message. So that one doesn't work. This one, again, the guy actually went out of his way to tell me, yeah, they both work, right? And again, I didn't really believe him, so I bought carefully. But this one was straight out like this one. He didn't have a note on. This was on the bottom, right? And so he told me they both work. But this one actually had a note on it that said works, right? So as you can see, I wrote lies because the guy did lie to me. And on this one, the tray won't even open, so I can't check it at all. Potentially, this one could work. I have a friend. I don't think he can fix the lasers. But if the tray won't open, that's something that he can generally fix, and whatever. So. It's still December. A couple more things. I don't think I got a lot of broken stuff this month, so this is one of the better months. Okay, I kind of forgot I was doing this, so this is going to go over a couple of months, maybe December or January, whatever. My thing where I'm showing stuff that I get that does not work or is damaged or broken that I didn't really realize it when I bought it. This was part of a $50 buy. There was actually a lot. I guess there was about like 15 games, and it was actually a pretty damn good deal. The price was so cheap, I was like, no, I'm not even going to waste my time looking at everything. I knew I was going to do great on the lot. So I'll start with whatever. Pac-Man versus Pac-Man World 2. There's only one disc in here. Whatever, no big deal. Super Monkey Ball. This disc was basically cracked in half. I wrote a note on it. Let me see. This snapped, and you could probably see that. I can see it. I don't know if you can see it. Again, part of a $50 deal, so overall I did great, and this is what happens when you buy box lots. This was the biggest disappointment. This is going to be one of the higher value games that if it were great, I would have made it like an extra $50. This probably would have paid for everything of and all and in by itself. The game wasn't in the case, but then later when I was looking through the other cases, I found the game. But of course, I get a disc error, won't play, does not work. Doesn't matter. There were a few good games in there. There were about 2 out of all the games added up to what I paid, and then everything else was profit. So part of what I was doing, this is actually January and towards the end of January, but I think I'm going to combine December and January since I forgot to do it pretty much all month.